Okay, so now we're going to jump into Facebook ads real fast, and just like the automation software, I'm going to touch on it briefly because you could spend days on this. This is actually one of my specialties, and I'll run through the numbers real fast just to show you. But if you want some consulting on this, some extra, ways to target and go over and remarket to certain niches and people, I can definitely help you with that. I enjoy that. Just send me an email and we can get on that. But right here, we're jumping into one of my accounts. This is one of my vacation pages. You can see the type of this. I'm literally spending dollars on the day here, and when you're advertising in a drop shipping type of way, this is affiliate marketing. But if you're advertising in a drop shipping type of way, you might be spending slightly more. Maybe your budget's $5 a day. Some people say 10, but you can get good engagement once you kind of hone down your numbers and figure out what types of demographics to target and then remarket back to them. So, and also once you install Facebook Pixels, that's definitely going to help you too. But you can see right here, this one's still running. This one, what I ran yesterday, was halfway decent. There's a couple good ones. This one's 3/10 of a cent. I spent $1.19. This one I spent $1. It's 3/10 of a cent. This one was a cent per engagement and per click. 4/10 of a cent. I think the best I think I've done was I think 100 tenths of a cent. I forget, but anyway, you get the idea. It's really cheap. You're spending pennies on the dollar. I've really honed it down. You could see that I'm spending cents and dollars here, not much. But initially, when you first start out, you're probably going to have to spend $5 a day for a week or so to figure out your target market, the right demographics, and what people respond to it. Kind of build that trust and that engagement on your ads. And once you get that going, you'll start to see more engagement, more click-through rates, and better conversions. Um, I'm just going to run through an ad really fast. How to create a campaign for you. I'm not going to get into the specifics of it, but if you do need that, like I said, I offer consulting. So you're going to need an ads account. I'm assuming that all of you guys already know this already. If you're watching, if you don't, um, you can learn it yourself. I spent weeks learning this stuff myself, but it's it's one of the fundamentals that you're going to need as a marketer if you're into this. Is a Facebook ads account. Driving, you can have great products, and that's first and foremost. But if you can't drive traffic, no matter what way, to your products and to your site, you're going to run into a lot of problems, and that's something that you should address before you get into any of this. So I would take some time if you don't know and really hone in on those skills. So one of the objectives here that we're going to try to get is we're going to try to drive traffic to our site, maybe conversions, maybe if we want to kind of first and foremost get some exposure and engagement on a post to give it some what's the word I'm looking for? Uh, Not social proof, but you know what I mean, like drawing a blank. But for the sake of this, we'll say social proof. It gives you that authentication. That's the word. Kind of like the domain name and the social proof from Instagram followers. But the more people see that people are engaging with your posts and your ads, the better click-through rates and conversions you'll get. So it might take some time and some initial capital to build that on Facebook, but the click-through rates once you do are much better. So in this sense, we'll just say, you might want to run an offer. We'll say traffic for now, just to give you an idea, and we'll say traffic Wix DS because I have so many, just so I know what I'm doing. That's what we named it. And you can create an offer if you want. You can, there's a million ways to do this. Really, what you want to hone in on is the detailed targeting and the audiences. So, and I've also found that when you edit placements and you click off Instagram, don't ever put Instagram or Audience Network. That's just wasting your money, in my opinion. Some people will tell you different, but in my opinion, you're wasting it. I would also click off under Facebook. I would not do instant articles, and I would not do right column. It's just wasting your money. There's much better click-through rates I've found, and other people I've found that I've talked to and learned from, that just Facebook feeds are the best click-through rates and the highest conversions. You can do all devices if you want. Sometimes I like to play around with it and just do mobile only, never do desktop only. But for the sake of this, we'll just do mobile only, because I feel like, and make sure when you switch, I made this mistake before, that you unclick them again, because every time you switch this, everything will be, clicked again. So we'll go back to Facebook after we unclick Instagram and Audience Network. We will unclick Instant Articles, and there we go. Mobile only Facebook feeds. So in this sense, we're just drop shipping from US, because we're in the US. We're drop shipping from Amazon's US account. So just US is the location. We're not really sure initially right off the bat, so we want to keep it relatively broad. I would say 65 is probably a little bit high. Let's try 48. We'll go 18 to 48 all. And what you're gonna do here is, with the custom audiences, you're going to, here we go, detailed targeting. So you've got your broad demographic, and we're gonna name this actually Wix DS broad, because the idea behind this is you're going to keep these relatively broad, and then after you run the ad for a week or so, you're going to see what you're going to go back in your demographics into your business manager, and you're going to see which demographics had the highest engagement rates, and you're going to remarket and come back, and maybe you're going to rename the next one more specific or whatever. And you're going to keep doing that for a week or two, maybe 3, until you get it honed down into better click-through rates, better engagement, and more bang for your buck. And that's really going to help you, cut your spending but increase your engagement rate. So for the sake of right now, we're going to keep it broad. Most people make the mistake here of going even broad, and this is why in the detail targeting, and this is why I said the very first thing that I said when you opened up this class was that a specific niche that's going to speak to people's emotions was the most important, because now when you go back and you detail target advertising, you can really hone down on those specific targets. So maybe some people might go Blue Lives Matter. I don't know what just happened there, but Blue Lives Matter. That's even still broad. Okay, no results found. Let's just, for the sake of, you're gonna want to do some research, and this is gonna take some time. But something like that is still even broad, because yes, a lot of people follow Blue Lives Matter, but you're gonna want to, what do people that are, you got to think more detailed than that. You got to think, who's going to be buying these products. You really got to spend some time in the customer's shoes and try to figure out how to target them best. So if I were doing this, I would go really specific. I might target, police officers' wives. What do police officers' wives do? Some of them go to, fundraising benefits. Some of them hashtag, police wife or police wife. Some of them, own German Shepherds or something like that. These are the type of specific things you need to think of, and that's what you're going to put in your fields and you're going to target. So like I said, I'm just giving you ideas here. I don't want to get too into it because I could go over this for days. If you need some help with that, I can totally help you, but I'm just going to give you a broad overview for now. So the next video will go over a little bit of YouTube and how you can generate some free YouTube traffic, which is a great way to do it. So yeah, see you in that one.